The trader you become. What is the trader actually chasing? Most traders believe they are chasing money. More profits, larger accounts, consistency, financial freedom, success. And on the surface, that seems true. After all, trading is about making money. But perhaps there is another question worth exploring. What if money isn't the real destination? What if money is simply the vehicle? Because if we look a little deeper, many traders may not be chasing money itself. They may be chasing what they believe money will finally allow them to feel. Chapter 1. The question beneath the question. Most traders spend years asking, how do I become profitable? How do I become consistent? How do I make more money? But there may be another question underneath those questions. A quieter question, a deeper question. If profitability arrived tomorrow, what feeling are you hoping it would finally give you? Take a moment and really sit with that question. Not what you would have, not what you would achieve, not what you would be able to buy. What would you feel? Relief, freedom, security, confidence, respect, validation, a feeling of finally being enough? For some traders, this may be the first time they've ever asked themselves that question. Chapter 2. What does money mean to you? This may be one of the most important questions a trader can ask. What does money actually mean to you, beyond the numbers, beyond the account balance, beyond the payouts? What does it represent? What does it symbolize? What do you believe it would finally give you? For some people, money represents freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to travel, freedom to spend time with family, freedom from financial stress. For others, money represents security, a feeling that everything will be okay, a feeling that life is under control, a feeling of safety. For others, money may represent confidence, respect, significance, status, importance, a feeling of finally becoming somebody. And for others, it may represent proof that they are capable, proof that the sacrifices were worth it, proof that they can do something difficult, proof that they matter, proof that they are enough. None of these are right or wrong. They are simply possibilities worth exploring, because two traders can pursue the exact same amount of money while chasing completely different emotional outcomes. Chapter 3. The promise we attach to profitability. Many traders unknowingly attach a promise to profitability. The promise sounds something like this. When I become profitable, I'll finally relax. When I make enough money, I'll finally feel secure. When I become successful, people will finally respect me. When I prove I can do this, I'll finally respect myself. When I achieve financial freedom, I'll finally feel okay. Most people never say these things out loud, but many live as though they are true. Profitability becomes more than profitability. It becomes hope, validation, recognition, relief, proof. And the more promises we attach to profitability, the more emotional weight trading begins to carry. Chapter 4. The future version of ourselves. Many traders unknowingly create a future version of themselves, a future self who is profitable, confident, secure, successful, respected, important, free. And over time, they begin believing, that's the version of me I need to become. That's when life will finally begin. That's when I'll finally feel okay. The future version becomes larger than life. Meanwhile, the current version of ourselves can begin to feel incomplete. Not there yet, not successful enough yet, not worthy enough yet, not far enough along yet. And when that happens, we can begin resisting where we are, resisting our current circumstances, resisting our current results, resisting the person we are today. Life becomes a constant attempt to get somewhere else, to become someone else, to finally arrive. But when we are constantly trying to escape the present version of ourselves, there is often an underlying message running in the background. Who I am right now is not enough yet. Trading becomes a bridge between who we are and who we believe we need to become. And that creates pressure. Because profitability is no longer simply a goal, it becomes part of our identity, our future, and our sense of possibility. Chapter 5. When trading starts carrying more than money. Trading is difficult enough when it's simply trading. But for many people, trading gradually becomes something more. It becomes a path toward becoming someone. Someone respected, someone successful, someone admired, someone important, someone who matters, someone who finally feels worthy. The trader begins looking to profitability for things that go far beyond money. And when that happens, every trade starts carrying emotional significance. A winning trade isn't just a winning trade, it can feel like progress toward becoming that future version. Progress toward finally arriving. Progress toward finally feeling okay. And that changes the emotional experience of trading. Chapter 6. What happens when we need trading to work? There is a difference between wanting a trade to work and needing a trade to work. A healthy trader may say, "I'd like this trade to work." But when confidence, worth, security, or validation become attached to profitability, something changes. Now the trader begins needing the trade to work. Because the trade isn't only about money anymore. It's about what the money represents, the future, success, respect, significance, worth. For some traders, profitability quietly becomes a measurement of self-worth. Not intentionally, not consciously, but gradually. Success begins to feel like proof that we're enough. And losses begin to feel like evidence that we're not there yet. A winning trade can feel like, maybe I'm good enough, while a losing trade can feel like, maybe I'm not. And when we need trades to work, trading often becomes heavier. We become more attached, more reactive, more fearful, more impatient. We force opportunities, we hesitate. We become emotionally involved in outcomes. Not because we're weak, not because we're bad traders, but because the trade has become connected to something much larger than the trade itself. Chapter 7. The moving finish line. Something interesting often happens when traders finally reach a goal. They pass the account. They become profitable. They receive a payout. They hit a milestone. For a moment, it feels wonderful. Then, the mind creates another destination. A bigger account, more consistency, more income, more freedom, more proof. The finish line moves again and again and again because the feeling we were searching for was never actually located inside the money. The money was carrying the promise of that feeling. Chapter 8. A different question. Perhaps one of the most valuable questions a trader can ask is this: what am I hoping profitability will finally give me? Not what will it buy me? Not what account size will it create? What feeling am I hoping it will create? And once we discover the answer, perhaps another question becomes possible. If profitability represents confidence, can confidence begin before profitability? If profitability represents self-respect, can self-respect begin before profitability? If profitability represents freedom, can some freedom exist before profitability? If profitability represents worthiness, can worthiness stop being dependent on an account balance? Because perhaps the goal isn't to stop pursuing profitability. Perhaps the goal is to stop asking profitability to provide every feeling we're searching for. Final thoughts. Many traders believe they are chasing money, And perhaps they are. But for many traders, money may also represent something deeper. Freedom, security, confidence, respect, significance. A feeling of being enough. There is nothing wrong with wanting those things. They are deeply human desires. But perhaps the more we depend on profitability to create them, the heavier trading becomes. Because trading was never designed to carry the weight of our entire sense of self. And perhaps some of what we're seeking through profitability can begin to be cultivated long before profitability arrives. If this video resonated with you, perhaps share it with another trader who might relate to it. And if you'd like more conversations about trading psychology, mindset, and personal growth through trading, you can subscribe and continue the journey. Because trading is not only a journey of learning the markets, it's also a journey of discovering what we've been searching for all along.